On a night when the moon hung swollen and red over the abandoned town of Blackwood, terror seeped into every shadow. In the winding alleys and derelict houses, whispers told of Elias Grim, a cold, calculating serial killer whose cruel artistry left the town drenched in despair. His eyes, as empty as the void, belied a twisted sense of purpose, each murder a deliberate stroke in a macabre masterpiece. Deep in the ancient forest bordering Blackwood, something stirred that even the bold dared not name. The creature, known in hushed legends as the Abomination, was no mere beast but a living nightmare. A shifting mass of sinewy flesh and claws, its grotesque form an affront to nature itself. It emerged with a low, guttural growl, as if mourning a forgotten age, leaving a trail of mutilated flora and unnatural silence in its wake. But the most tragic of all was Lysander, a man cursed by an age-old affliction. Every full moon the last vestiges of his humanity gave way to the ferocity of a werewolf. Unlike the monstrous forms of myth, Lysander's transformation was a brutal, uncontrollable eruption of anguish and instinct. The beast within him was both savior and executioner, caught between a desire to protect and an overwhelming hunger for retribution. That fateful night, as the full moon ascended its throne, destinies intertwined. Elias, pursuing his latest prey, found himself venturing to the edge of the forest. His latest victim, a local who had vanished without trace, had last been seen near where the forest's darkness deepened into madness. Following the trail of blood, Elias's path converged with that of the Abomination, whose malevolent presence corrupted the very air. Unbeknownst to him, every step he took brought him closer to Lysander's tortured domain. In the tangled embrace of trees and fog, the serial killer and the ancient monster clashed with an unholy force. Elias, driven by a deranged compulsion to harvest life, met a terror far beyond his understanding, a creature that embodied the raw, untamed cruelty of nature's forgotten wrath. At the precise moment of chaos, Lysander emerged from the undergrowth, torn between instinct and sorrow. His werewolf roar shattered the silence as he lunged, determined to stop the cycle of violence that had plagued Blackwood for generations. The ensuing struggle was as chaotic as it was poignant. Elias, armed with his twisted cunning, found himself ensnared in a web of supernatural fury. The Abomination's hulking form battled the wild, feral might of Lysander, each blow echoing like a death knell. Amid the frenzy, the cursed werewolf fought not only for his own soul but for the hope of redemption, a chance to end the reign of terror that had plagued his tormented existence. In the end, under the oppressive glow of the blood moon, the forces of horror converged into a single shattering crescendo. The forest bore witness to the fall of a killer and the sacrifice of a cursed soul, while the monstrous abomination receded into the darkness from whence it came. Blackwood was left forever scarred, its nightmares a reminder that some nights, the line between man and monster is all too thin, and the true terror lies in the convergence of the unthinkable.